Sobering statistics tonight. New data from Harris County Health shows cases of HIV and other sexually transmitted infections are on the rise in our area and rising faster than anywhere else in Texas.
18,000 people have HIV in Philadelphia. Over 40,000 people have HIV either in North Carolina or South Carolina. I'm not sure. It's one or the other. I'm not sure. But I just recently saw a video of a girl saying that it was recorded to have, I believe, over 200,000 people had HIV in Texas.
Have y'all seen that video about that girl who came on here to let everybody know about the massive HIV outbreak that's taking over Pennsylvania and Texas right now? And I'm talking about cases in the 100,000s. Yeah, I decided to do my own little research. And when I tell you that being celibate has to be the best thing that I unintentionally did for myself, because it's scary out there. It's scary out there. Like, I think that it's about time that all of us women get on PrEP.
Hey y'all, I am back with another video, and I wanted to come on and share my thoughts about this recent surge in HIV cases across America, but specifically these spikes that have been occurring in Texas and Pennsylvania. I'm beginning to see several different content creators on TikTok addressing this latest news, and I figured I share it with my audience as well, because as some of you may or may not know, on my channel we have gone over similar topics in the past, especially in regards to women's health and safety, about being mindful of DL men and ensuring that we're always getting tested and taking precautions, even when married and in serious committed relationships, because as studies have shown, women are oftentimes even more susceptible to catching diseases when married, because oftentimes that is the period when there is this assumed trust between both parties. But as y'all know, anyone that's been following this channel long enough, we know that marriage does not stop people from cheating, right? And infidelity can and does occur within marriage. And because of that, everyone needs to ensure they're being safe at all time. You have to continue to get tested, and you have to continue to take necessary precautions, right? So let's first get into the news story reporting on the HIV and STD cases surging in Texas, and then a few reactions, and then I'm going to come back with some commentary.
Sobering statistics tonight. New data from Harris County Health shows cases of HIV and other sexually transmitted infections are on the rise in our area and rising faster than anywhere else in Texas. Tonight, Matt Doherty looks at which parts of the city are seeing the highest rates of new cases. He joins us live tonight in West Houston. Matt?
Yeah, the study shows the rates of new cases are rising across the board, even among some diseases you may have thought were long gone.
HIV, syphilis, gonorrhea, chlamydia, all of those. So it's a big issue we have here in our community.
Legacy Health's Director of Health Navigation, Jill Johns, sits down to discuss what nobody wants to talk about.
A drip or a burning sensation when they pee, or a discharge from their genitals.
Sexually transmitted infections.
Harris County and Houston in particular has been surpassing the rates of STIs in Texas.
Due to the lag for required reporting, the most recent data in the report covers the time period between 2016 and 2022. What it shows is alarming.
Between 2016 and 2022, the rates of syphilis in our area doubled, which is definitely concerning.
Here's a map of the zip codes where the rate of syphilis is the highest. Downtown, then Montrose, then the area near Old Spanish Trail. For chlamydia, the zip codes with the highest rates are the Medical Center area, LaPorte, and downtown.
Ages 15 to 24.
Then there's gonorrhea, which has an infection rate that is surging in the area of the Medical Center, followed by downtown and then Sunnyside. The highest rates of new HIV cases were seen in Montrose, followed by the Second Ward and then Setgast. Although the sexually transmitted infections are found in basically every demographic in Harris County, the study found that there is one population that is testing positive for them more frequently.
In particular, Black women. So Black women who are heterosexual are frequently getting STIs at a higher rate than other groups.
The best place to start is from a position of knowledge. Legacy Health offers free and confidential HIV and STI testing, and some results you can learn within minutes. In West Houston, I'm Matt Doherty, KHOU 11 News.
I just saw this young lady's video where she talked about how over 200,000 people in Texas, split between, I think, Dallas and Houston, got like HIV or some shit. And I'm just like, bro, y'all still out here not using rubbers? Y'all still out, y'all? You know, taking penitentiary chances with your shit? Boy, I've been with my gal for almost a decade. Almost a decade. And, hey, yeah. And don't nobody like Bunky the way I like Bunky. Boy, look, yeah, I meet them gal thick. And Texas got some of the baddest bitches on planet Earth. I am super good. Because it's like, you hear some shit like that, and I'm saying this because I have all the intentions to move to Texas in the near future. But it's like, you taking penitentiary chances with that shit. You literally taking a chance with your life when you do some shit like that. And it's like, bro, regardless if you live in Texas or Florida or South Carolina, it's really bad where I'm from in South Carolina. You know, North Carolina, where I live at now. You know, Virginia, where I'm currently working in right now, is crazy. So if you gonna go out there and stick something or get sticked by something, you need to make sure you take an extra precaution. The free clinic is offering condoms by the fucking truckload. Get your shit together. Go get tested. Check yourself out. Be celibate. Find one person and y'all get tested and fuck the shit out of each other. Do something. God damn.
18,000 people have HIV in Philadelphia. Over 40,000 people have HIV either in North Carolina or South Carolina. I'm not sure. It's one or the other. I'm not sure. But I just recently saw a video of a girl saying that it was recorded to have, I believe, over 200,000 people had HIV in Texas. And the girl was saying like it was an event, a big event that happened. A lot of shit was going on. A lot of people got tested after that event. And 200,000, they recorded 200,000 people. 200,000 people. I just keep on saying it because my brain keeps on getting fucked up by it.
So 18,000 people in Philadelphia has been tested positive for HIV. And all y'all gonna do is tell these people to strap up? How about y'all stop fornicating? How about y'all put your tools away and close your legs? I mean, it's really just that simple. Fear your Lord. Fear your Lord. Fornication is not the way. Wait until marriage. And then when marriage come about and y'all ready to go ahead and get married, y'all can pull the my charts out. Or go get tested together. But stop fornicating. Y'all telling people to strap up. No. Stop fornicating. 18,000 people. That's from fornicating. Y'all don't see the signs? What's going on? Let's make it make sense. Close your legs.
It's really good to hear so many people freaking out about apparently an HIV outbreak that's been happening across the country, because whether people want to admit it or realize it or not, it doesn't matter if you are in a committed relationship or not. It doesn't matter if your partner claims that they are straight or not. It doesn't even matter if you are a lesbian couple. It can be transmitted if there is any ounce of infidelity of any kind or drug use. And unfortunately, a lot of people, way more people than you think, are living double lives. It is sick. It is terrible. It is not okay. But you really have to make sure that you are doing your due diligence when you are engaging in sexual activities with people, because if they've been with a lot of people, if they have a history of infidelity, if they have a history of even looking the other way at anybody, you cannot and you should not trust that they will not end up giving you some form of sexually transmitted disease later on. I have seen it ruin lives. I've seen people that I've known kill themselves because of this. And unfortunately, I'm related to somebody who knowingly spread HIV to so many people across Europe before it was a really big deal. Please think, protect yourselves, and there is nothing that is worth having your entire life destroyed over a night of feeling like you have to feel something.
All right, y'all. So that was a sampling of the different reactions about the news of this HIV outbreak happening across America. And for me, I cannot say that I'm truly surprised by any of this, especially with the numbers being reported out of Texas. Not too long ago, you had the whole Houston DL list going around where I believe there was a trans woman exposing all of the DL men that were in her inbox, hitting her up for SMEX. And I think it was like hundreds of men in her DMs, maybe even more than that. I know they said that the person was scrolling for like 20 to 30 minutes straight. So needless to say, there was no shortage of men out there living double lives that were willing to risk it all, including, their own health and that of their spouse, just to be with that individual, just to hook up with that trans woman. And just knowing how prevalent DL culture is across all races, and just how often times these men are in fact married to women, cheating with individuals they have met off of various hookup apps, and then returning home to sleep with their wives. And it's really just no wonder disease spreading is just at an all-time high at this point. And I also have to agree with the last woman. I think she made excellent points about how she was glad that these kinds of conversations are being had openly now, and that more people need to be practicing safe SMEX and being cognizant of the fact that infidelity and lies is often the main driver for a lot of this disease spreading, especially as it pertains to like within heterosexual couples. Like a lot of the times it is because of cheating and lies. And like she said, too many people are being reckless with their body and ultimately with their lives, all because they want to feel something, right? Like there's so many people that engage in SMEX just because they are desperate to feel something, some form of intimacy or touch, or just to even just feel alive in general. And I know I mentioned this before, but honestly, I believe many people that descend into sexual deviancy, I think it happens out of boredom. These are individuals that fall into sexual addictions, rug addictions. They're operating from a place of lack, listlessness, lethargy, and so on, because they have like an emptiness inside of them where they fill that void with destructive behaviors to pass the time. So they're endlessly chasing things like lust, SMEX, new perversions, rugs, like anything to fill that void and take up some space inside of them, all to avoid doing the necessary inner work. They distract themselves with all that low vibrational dysfunctional behavior. And I truly believe that, because for me, and y'all, this is me, but yes, I enjoy SMEX. It can be enjoyable and fun. I agree with that. I haven't indulged in it in a very long time, but I would say that I can be a very intimate sexual person, but it's not an all-consuming thing for me where I have to think about it every second of the day and I'm going to die without it, right? But is that just me, y'all? Like, definitely let me know if it's like something that's super duper important to you all, because I've gone years without it, and honestly, I could potentially go even longer, because my health and well-being is of the utmost importance to me. I'm never going to sacrifice or compromise that just to get laid, because honestly, majority of men are easy anyway. Penis is basically free, so even getting SMEX in general from a man, or having a man be sexually attracted to you, isn't a huge achievement or a flex. Like, you can just walk out the door as a woman with totally like your hair a mess and dressed crazy, and a man will still holler at you on the street and try to get at you. So to me, like, it's not a huge achievement. It's not something that is difficult to get at all. And I just don't see the huge deal around even feeling so desperate to have it all the time, right? I feel like the obsession with it with some people is a bit odd. And I just have to assume that those people don't have other things going on in their life to focus their time and energy on. So they're just all consumed with SMEX. So anyway, though, the last thing I wanted to get into was another clip where a woman discusses the rising cases across major cities and how she believes that PrEP is something that all women should consider getting on. So let's take a listen to that, and then I'm going to come back with my final thoughts.
Have y'all seen that video about that girl who came on here to let everybody know about the massive HIV outbreak that's taking over Pennsylvania and Texas right now? And I'm talking about cases in the 100,000s. Yeah, I decided to do my own little research. And when I tell you that being celibate has to be the best thing that I unintentionally did for myself, because it's scary out there. It's scary out there. Like, I think that it's about time that all of us women get on PrEP. As of 2025, the cities with the highest HIV rates in the United States are New York City, Miami, Florida, Atlanta, Georgia, Chicago, Illinois, and Washington, D.C. Now, I took it upon myself to go and screenshot the 20 cities with the highest counts of HIV and AIDS in the United States. This is recorded from 2024. What I had shown you before was where we're at as far as the cities with the highest rates of HIV in 2025. The new updated version or the updated list will be provided probably around the same time this was published, but I'm going to post them and look behind me to see if your city is on this list. Starting at number 20, San Francisco, Oakland, Berkeley, California. Look at the rates. Next, we have San Juan, Carolina, Puerto Rico. I can't say the last part, but here's the rates for you. Los Angeles, Long Beach, Glendale, California. There's your rates. Now you have Columbia, South Carolina. West Palm Beach, Boca Raton, basically Florida. There you go. Jackson, Mississippi gets number 15. Newark, New Jersey is number 14. Washington, Arlington, Alexandria, D.C. area has number 13. Memphis, Tennessee is at number 12. Baltimore, Columbia, Towson, Maryland at number 11. Baton Rouge, Louisiana for number 10. New Orleans, Louisiana at number 9. Atlanta, Sandy Springs, Alpharetta, Georgia is at number 8. New York, Jersey City, New York is at number 7. San Francisco, San Mateo, Redwood City, California is at number 6. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania at number 5. Number 5. Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Pompeo Beach, Florida is at number 4. Look at the rates. New York, Jersey City, White Plains, New York is at number 3. Miami Beach, Kendall, Florida, number 2. And I'm going to bring you guys to number 1. At number 1 is Fort Lauderdale, Pompeo Beach, Sunrise, Florida. Look at these numbers, bro. If you're a straight woman, if you're a bi woman, if you are a poly woman, if you are a lesbian queer woman that happens to still date women who deal with other men, please start thinking about getting on PrEP. If you're sexually active, start thinking about getting on PrEP. A lot of people wanted to clown Tamar Braxton when she admitted that she takes PrEP, but we know how DL culture is set up, especially within the male gay community. It's a different type of, you understand, suppression, where they won't even get on medication like PrEP, even though it would be to help them and to keep them safe from diseases like this. They're not going to get on it for the simple fact that they associate it with being a gay drug. They won't even protect themselves, okay? And they'll still go out and do what they're doing with other men who are also not protected. And because they still want to play this whole DL part, they're going to still get with women. They're still going to have sex with women, hell, create life with women, all to try to make it seem that they're straight when they're not. Whole time infecting every woman, every person, not just the women, but even the out men that they deal with. They're endangering every single person that they get into sexual contact with. Please start thinking about getting on PrEP, because it's scary out there.
Okay, y'all, so you heard that young lady's response to the news of HIV being spread rapidly across the United States with all these new cases, and she's of the opinion that all women need to consider getting on PrEP to combat this issue and just to be safe. And while I do kind of see where she's coming from, especially in relation to anyone that is partnered with someone or in a committed long-term relationship where they're having unprotected sex and they want to just have an additional safety measure in place in the event that maybe infidelity does occur and they get exposed to something, right? However, when it comes to the people that are celibate, I don't believe people that are celibate need to get on PrEP. And I found it interesting that she herself is celibate, but was saying like all women need to do it. And I actually left a comment on the video, and it's one of the reasons why I wanted to include it in this video. I left a comment saying, you know, I'm celibate and I have been for some time, and I'm not getting on PrEP. And I think that some of the aggressive push of PrEP on women, I somewhat understand it, especially when you're dealing with a high risk demographic, you're sleeping with a known high risk demographic of men. I understand the push there, sort of. But if you yourself are not actively engaging in SMEX, I don't see why you need to take a drug like that. You know, people are treating it like it's Tylenol or, you know, a Tic Tac. You don't just wake up and decide that you're going to get like pop prep like Tic Tacs every day for the rest of your life, even though you're not even engaging in SMEX. Like, I think that's absolutely ridiculous. And y'all, I received like a few different responses to my comment saying that, oh, you should still get on PrEP because grape is still a thing and you don't want to potentially get something if you get graped. And I'm like, who plans for that? You know what I mean? Like who even, like, by that same logic, I would also get on birth control because birth control also prevents pregnancy and you can get pregnant from a grape. So you want me to take PrEP, get on birth control, even though I am not even engaging in SMEX, all to prevent something that may never even occur, something that only may potentially occur in an absolute worst case scenario. That's absolutely ridiculous to me, y'all. But let me know what you think in the comments. Do you think that PrEP is something that you would consider, even for those that are actively engaging in SMEX? Would you consider, as a woman, getting on PrEP? Do you believe there's any reason why somebody that is celibate or practicing any sort of abstinence needs to get on PrEP? Do y'all think that makes sense? Please leave a comment down below and let me know, because I was so confused by that comment, or actually it was 2-3 different comments stating that. But that's all I had to say on this topic, y'all. Definitely stay safe. Definitely know your status. It's very important. And I love you all so much. And until next time, bye.